Pinocchio. What if his body were made of jelly instead of wood? Full-length English story script. Prologue. The boy who could not keep his shape. Pinocchio was never made of wood. He was not carved from the branch of an enchanted tree. He did not have wooden joints, painted cheeks, or strings tied to his hands. His body was soft. It trembled when he was afraid. It stretched when he fell. Candlelight passed through his skin and filled him with a warm amber glow. Pinocchio was made entirely of jelly. At first, Geppetto believed that this strange body was a miracle. A wooden puppet could crack. It could burn. It could be broken by a careless hand or ruined by a single fall. But Pinocchio could be flattened beneath a cart and rise again. He could squeeze beneath a locked door. He could stretch his arm across a room and retrieve something that no ordinary child could reach. It appeared that nothing in the world could break him. But the magic that gave Pinocchio life came with one rule. Every time he told a lie, his body lost part of its shape. The first lie would make him stretch. The second would make him soften. The third would make him drip. And after the seventh lie, there would be no boy left at all. Only a warm, shapeless pool on the floor. Pinocchio knew the rule. He understood the danger. Yet he still wanted what nearly every child wants. He wanted to be admired. He wanted to be accepted. Most of all, he wanted to become real. And so the boy who could survive almost anything began destroying himself with the one thing he believed would protect him. A lie. Chapter 1. The Lonely Tio. At the edge of a small Italian village stood a narrow workshop with a crooked chimney and a faded blue door. Its windows were crowded with painted soldiers, spinning tops, wooden birds, and puppets dressed like kings. When the wind moved through the street, tiny bells hanging above the door filled the workshop with music. The man who owned it was named Geppetto. He was 67 years old, though the deep lines beneath his eyes often made him look older. His back had bent after decades of leaning over his workbench, and his hands were covered in small scars left by knives, saws, and splintered wood. Geppetto was known as the finest toy maker in the village. Children pressed their faces against his windows every morning. Wealthy families traveled from distant cities to purchase his mechanical animals. Some of his puppets could bow. Others could dance when a key was turned behind their backs. But Geppetto's workshop became silent every evening. Each toy eventually left in the arms of someone else's child. Geppetto had never married. He had no brothers, sisters, or living parents. When he closed the blue door at night, there was no one waiting for him beside the fire. He sometimes placed 2 bowls of soup on the table by mistake. Whenever that happened, he stared at the empty chair opposite him before quietly returning the second bowl to the cupboard. One winter evening, snow began falling across the village. The cold came earlier than expected, and the streets emptied before sunset. Geppetto was finishing a small wooden horse when he heard 3 knocks at his door. He looked through the window. An old woman stood outside. She wore a gray cloak covered in frost. In her arms, she carried a glass jar wrapped in black cloth. Geppetto opened the door. "You should not be outside in this weather," he said. "Please come in." The woman entered without speaking. Geppetto gave her the chair beside the fire and placed a bowl of hot soup in her hands. She drank slowly while he returned to his workbench. The woman studied the toys surrounding her. "You have filled this room with children," she said at last. Geppetto smiled faintly. "They are only toys. You treat them as though they are alive. Perhaps that is because the room feels less empty when I do." The woman lowered her bowl. "And what would you make if you possessed a material that could truly live?" Geppetto thought she was joking, but her expression did not change. She placed the glass jar on the table and removed the black cloth. Inside was a substance unlike anything Geppetto had ever seen. It resembled golden jelly, but a soft light moved through it like sunlight trapped beneath water. Tiny bubbles drifted upward, though the jar had not been disturbed. Whenever Geppetto leaned closer, the substance leaned toward him. "What is it?" he whispered. "Something that fell from the sky long before either of us was born." The woman turned the jar in her hands. "Some call it star flesh, others call it the first shape. It remembers nothing, so it can become almost anything. Anything. Anything its maker truly desires." Geppetto imagined gold. Then he imagined a palace. But those thoughts disappeared as quickly as they came. His gaze moved toward the empty chair beside the fire. The old woman followed his eyes. "You do not want wealth," she said. "No. You do not want youth." "No. What do you want, Geppetto?" The answer had lived inside him for years, but speaking it aloud felt dangerous. "A son." The golden substance struck the inside of the jar. The entire workshop flashed with amber light. The old woman's eyes narrowed. "Then a son is what it will try to become." Geppetto reached for the jar, but she did not release it. "Listen carefully," she warned. "This substance does not simply copy the shape of a body, it responds to the shape of the heart." "I don't understand." "Truth will hold the boy together. Deception will pull him apart." Geppetto stared at the glowing jelly. "What happens if he lies?" "The first lie will leave a mark. Each lie after that will take more from him. If he tells 7 before he understands himself, the magic will lose its memory of the boy you created. And then there will be nothing left that can call itself your son." Geppetto pulled his hand away. For a moment, the workshop was silent except for the fire. Then he looked at the empty chair again. "Every child faces dangers," he said. "That does not mean they should never be born." Something almost like approval appeared in the woman's face. She released the jar. "Then make him with care." Geppetto spent the night preparing a mold. He shaped it like a boy of 13, the age his own son might have been if life had followed a different path. He built the mold from plaster and lined it with soft linen. Near midnight, he opened the glass jar. The golden jelly climbed over the rim on its own. It flowed across the table and entered the mold, as though it understood exactly where it belonged. Geppetto watched a small chest form, then shoulders, arms, hands, a neck. Finally, a face appeared beneath the surface. The features were incomplete at first. The nose was little more than a smooth curve. The eyes were closed depressions in the glowing material. Geppetto leaned over the mold. He added no strings, he carved no smile. Instead, he placed both hands against the golden chest. "If you can hear me," he whispered, "you do not have to be perfect. You do not have to make me proud. You do not have to become anything except yourself." The substance beneath his palms grew warmer. Geppetto remained beside the mold until sleep overcame him. Just before dawn, something touched his face. He opened his eyes. A translucent hand rested against his cheek. The boy inside the mold was looking at him. His large brown eyes floated within the amber jelly of his face. Short dark hair appeared suspended beneath the surface of his head, moving slightly whenever he turned. The boy blinked. "Are you my father?" he asked. Geppetto tried to answer, but his throat closed. He nodded. The boy smiled. At once, the entire workshop filled with golden light. Geppetto lifted him carefully from the mold. The boy's legs bent beneath him. His knees wobbled in opposite directions, and he collapsed across the floor with a wet, trembling sound. Geppetto rushed forward, but the boy began to laugh. The laughter was bright and surprised. He pushed himself upright. though his arms stretched almost twice their normal length before returning to shape. "What am I?" he asked. Geppetto wrapped a blanket around him. "You are Pinocchio." "What does that mean?" "It means you are my son." And for the first time in many years, Geppetto placed 2 bowls on the table without returning either of them to the cupboard. Chapter 2. A Body Without Bones. The first days of Pinocchio's life were filled with discoveries. He discovered that his hands could become almost any shape. When he tried to hold a spoon, his fingers flowed around it like warm wax. When he sneezed, his entire face shook for several seconds afterward. He discovered that chairs were uncomfortable. Because he had no bones, his body slowly spread across every seat until Geppetto had to gather him back into the shape of a boy. Beds were even worse. On his first night, Pinocchio rolled between the mattress and the wall. By morning, Geppetto found him sleeping peacefully beneath the bed, flattened into a sheet no thicker than a blanket. Pinocchio also discovered that ordinary clothing did not move the way he did. Geppetto made him a cream-colored shirt from flexible cloth, a brown vest with loose seams, and deep red trousers tied with adjustable cords. His leather shoes were several sizes too large because his feet widened whenever he ran. "Why do I need clothes?" Pinocchio asked. "Because everyone wears them." "Do they hold people together?" "In a way." Pinocchio looked down at his trembling arms. "Will they hold me together?" Geppetto knelt in front of him. "You are already together." Pinocchio was not convinced. He had seen children through the workshop window. They had skin that did not glow. Their arms did not stretch when they pointed. Their faces did not ripple every time they laughed. They looked solid. Pinocchio placed his palm against the glass and watched sunlight pass through his fingers. "Am I real?" he asked. Geppetto stopped working. "You are standing in front of me." "That does not answer my question." "Then what do you think being real means?" Pinocchio considered this. "Being like everyone else." Geppetto put down his carving knife. "When I make 2 wooden birds from the same tree, are they the same bird?" "No." "Why not?" "One might be painted blue." "And if both are painted blue?" Pinocchio thought again. "One might sing." "And if both sing?" "One might sing badly." Geppetto smiled. "Exactly. A thing is not real because it resembles something else. It is real because nothing else can take its place." Pinocchio liked the answer, but he did not fully believe it. He wanted other children to look at him and see a boy before they saw jelly. Geppetto noticed this. On the 7th morning, he placed a school book on the table. "You are sending me outside?" Pinocchio asked. "You cannot spend your entire life inside this workshop." "What if people stare?" "They will." "What if they laugh?" "Some might." "What if they do not like me?" Geppetto sat beside him. "Then come home to someone who does." Pinocchio opened the school book. The pages smelled of ink and dust. "Will school help me become a real boy?" "It will help you understand what kind of boy you want to become." Before Pinocchio left, Geppetto repeated the warning given by the old woman. "Do you remember the rule? Truth holds me together, and lies make me lose my shape. You must also stay away from intense heat. Do not stand too close to ovens, fireplaces, or lamps." Pinocchio nodded. "And freezing water may harden your body until you cannot move. Rain is harmless for a short time, but deep water could dilute the magic inside you." "I understand." "And do not allow strangers to touch you." "You worry too much." "I have been a father for 7 days. Worrying is the only part I already know how to do." Geppetto kissed Pinocchio's forehead. The jelly beneath his lips warmed. Pinocchio stepped into the village alone. Every face turned toward him. A woman dropped a basket of apples. A baker stared through his window as Pinocchio passed the oven. Two small children ran after him, laughing whenever his legs wobbled. Pinocchio tried to walk more stiffly. That only made the upper half of his body shake. By the time he reached the school, a crowd had gathered behind him. The teacher opened the door and nearly closed it again. "My name is Pinocchio," the boy said quickly. "Geppetto made me." A child in the classroom whispered, "Made you from what?" Pinocchio looked down at his transparent hands. "Something special." The teacher allowed him inside. For the first hour, the other children could not stop watching him. When Pinocchio held a pencil, his fingers wrapped around it so tightly that the pencil disappeared into his palm. When he raised his hand, his arm continued stretching until his fingertips touched the ceiling. The room erupted with laughter. Pinocchio pulled his arm down. The jelly snapped back into place and struck him in the face. The laughter grew louder. During the midday break, several children surrounded him in the courtyard. A tall boy named Marco poked Pinocchio's shoulder. His finger sank several centimeters into the amber jelly. "Does that hurt?" "No," Pinocchio said. Marco pressed harder. "What are you made of?" Pinocchio did not answer. "Are you candy?" "No." "Are you pudding?" "No." A girl squeezed his arm and watched it wobble. "He is jelly." The children laughed again. Pinocchio's face grew warm. The other children did not glow when they became embarrassed. Pinocchio did. Light spread through his cheeks until his entire head shone orange. "I am not made of jelly," he said. The laughter stopped. Marco crossed his arms. "What are you made of then?" Pinocchio looked at the church windows, glittering above the rooftops. "I am made of enchanted crystal." The instant he spoke, a sharp warmth moved through his chest. His nose stretched forward. At first it lengthened by only a few centimeters. Then it continued. The children stepped back as the transparent nose extended across the courtyard. Its tip began to bend under its own weight. It sagged like syrup and touched the ground. Pinocchio grabbed it with both hands. "What is happening?" Golden letters appeared inside his chest. They floated beneath the translucent surface of his body. Body stability, 85%. Pinocchio tried to push his nose back into his face. It folded. The children stared in silence. Then Marco laughed. "Enchanted crystal does not bend like that." The other children joined him. Pinocchio ran from the courtyard. His nose dragged behind him like a rope. That was his first lie. Chapter 3. The first crack in a soft body. Pinocchio did not return home immediately. He knew Geppetto would ask what had happened, and he did not know how to explain the glowing number inside his chest. He hid behind the village church and tried to repair his nose. Pulling it made it longer. Twisting it created knots. When he pushed it inward, the jelly spread across his cheeks and made his face twice as wide. At last, Pinocchio closed his eyes and said, "I lied because I was ashamed." The warmth in his chest changed. The stretched jelly moved backward. His nose shortened until it almost resembled its original shape, although the tip remained slightly bent. The glowing number did not return to 100. It remained at 85. Pinocchio understood. Admitting the truth could help him regain his shape, but it could not completely erase what the lie had done. He heard music coming from the village square. A traveling theater had arrived during the night. Purple wagons formed a circle around a temporary stage. Painted signs promised sword swallowers, acrobats, fire eaters, and creatures from distant lands. At the center of the square stood a tall man wearing a deep purple coat. He had black curls, a thin mustache and a silver cane topped with a glass eye. His name was Signor Vetro. He saw Pinocchio before Pinocchio saw him. Vetro watched the boy's amber skin reflect the lights hanging above the stage. He watched Pinocchio's bent nose slowly return to shape. Most importantly, he saw the glowing words inside his chest. Body stability, 85%. Vetro approached with a smile. "You look like someone in need of a friend." Pinocchio stepped back. "Geppetto told me not to speak to strangers." "A wise father. Fortunately, I am no longer a stranger. I am Signor Vetro." He bowed. Pinocchio examined the theater. "Are all those people part of your family?" Vetro looked at the performers loading boxes onto a wagon. "Something better than family. They are an audience." "What is the difference?" "Family loves you because it knows you. An audience loves you because it cannot understand you." Pinocchio thought about the children at school. "They did not understand me. Then they must have been a very poor audience." Vetro circled him slowly. "May I ask what you are made of?" Pinocchio hesitated. "Jelly." The word was difficult to say, but nothing happened to his body. Vetro did not laugh. Instead, his eyes widened with admiration. "Extraordinary. You do not think I look ridiculous?" "My boy, ordinary things are forgotten. No one pays to see what they can find in their own mirror." "I do not want people to pay to look at me." "Of course not, you want them to cheer." Vetro raised his cane and pointed toward the stage. "Imagine 1,000 people shouting your name." Pinocchio imagined returning to school after becoming famous. Marco would no longer call him Pudding. The teacher would ask him to stand at the front of the classroom. Everyone would want to touch his hand, not because he was strange, but because he was important. "What would I have to do?" he asked. "Something simple." Vetro placed a wooden board across 2 barrels. "Stand beneath that." "Why?" "So I can place a stone on top of you." Pinocchio stared at the heavy stone beside the stage. "It will crush me." "Will it?" Pinocchio remembered rolling beneath the bed. He remembered his arm stretching to the ceiling without breaking. "I don't know. There is only one way to discover what you are capable of." Pinocchio should have returned home. He should have remembered Geppetto waiting beside the window. Instead, he stepped beneath the board. Vetro called several performers to lift the stone. The board bent. Pinocchio felt the weight press down on his head. His neck disappeared into his shoulders, his chest widened, his legs spread across the ground. Then the board struck the floor. For a moment, Pinocchio became nothing more than a thin amber layer beneath the stone. Vetro ordered the performers to remove it. The golden jelly trembled. A hand rose from the center. Then an arm. Pinocchio gathered himself upward until he stood before them again. His clothes were twisted and his face was sideways, but he was alive. The performers applauded. Pinocchio pushed his eyes back into alignment. "Again," he said. Vetro smiled. Soon a small crowd gathered. Pinocchio allowed himself to be dropped from the stage. He was struck with wooden hammers. 3 large men stretched his arms in opposite directions. Nothing broke. Every time his body lost its shape, he pulled himself together again. For the first time, people were laughing with delight rather than cruelty. Vetro climbed onto the stage. "Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow evening you will witness the first performance of the most remarkable child in the world." He pointed toward Pinocchio. "The boy who cannot break." The crowd cheered. Pinocchio's amber body glowed brighter than every lamp in the square. Vetro leaned toward him. "Your father will be proud." Pinocchio's smile disappeared. Geppetto would not be proud. He would be terrified. I should go home. Of course, Vetro said. Ask his permission and return tomorrow. Pinocchio imagined Geppetto refusing. The imagined applause faded. He already gave me permission, Pinocchio said. A painful heat moved through his chest. His shoulders softened. The jelly around his ribs sagged downward, and his right hand lost the space between its fingers. The glowing message changed. Body stability, 70%. Vetro saw it. His smile became wider. That is wonderful news, he said. Pinocchio looked toward the road leading home. He told himself that Geppetto would forgive him after the performance. He told himself that one more lie was not very different from the first. He told himself that he would never need to lie again. That evening, Geppetto waited beside the workshop window until every light in the village had gone dark. Pinocchio did not return. Chapter 4. The Boy Who Could Not Break. Signor Vetro gave Pinocchio a bed inside the largest purple wagon. It was not really a bed. It was a glass box lined with blankets. Vetro said the glass would allow moonlight to keep the magical jelly warm. Pinocchio believed him until he heard the key turn in the lock. "Why are you locking me inside?" Pinocchio asked. "To protect you." "From what?" "People who would steal something so valuable." Pinocchio pressed his hand against the glass. "Geppetto will be looking for me. And tomorrow, after the performance, you can return to him as a star." Vetro lowered a curtain over the box. Pinocchio lay awake for hours. He imagined Geppetto setting 2 bowls on the table. He almost called for help. Then he remembered the cheering crowd. By morning, workers had built a tower above the stage. It was 3 times the height of Geppetto's workshop. Vetro stood beneath it, addressing the crowd. "The child you are about to witness possesses no bones, no wooden joints, and no fear." Pinocchio waited at the top. His legs trembled. He had never fallen from such a height. Vetro looked up. "Are you ready?" Pinocchio wanted to say no. Hundreds of faces were watching him. Among them were several children from the school. Marco stood near the front. Pinocchio forced a smile. "I am not afraid." His third lie. The magic inside him burned. Body stability, 55%. His knees softened. Before he could regain his balance, he fell. The crowd screamed. Pinocchio struck the stage. His body exploded outward in a circle of amber jelly. His shirt and vest landed several feet away. For one terrible second, he could not remember where his arms belonged. Then the pieces of him began moving toward one another. The jelly gathered beneath his clothing. His chest rose. His head formed last. Pinocchio stood. The entire square erupted in applause. Marco stared at him with open amazement. Pinocchio bowed. He had never felt so important. For the next several weeks, Vetro's theater traveled from village to village. Each performance became more dangerous. Pinocchio was dropped from rooftops. He was squeezed through an iron ring smaller than his head. A carriage rolled across him while the audience watched. Once, Vetro fired him from a cannon. Pinocchio flew above the crowd, struck a church bell, and wrapped around it like a golden ribbon. The bell rang while he slowly slid down its side. The audience called it miraculous. But his body was changing. At 55% stability, Pinocchio could no longer maintain his shape while sleeping. He awoke each morning spread across the bottom of the glass box. His features required constant attention. His left ear sometimes moved down to his neck. His fingers fused whenever he became tired. If he stood too close to a stage lamp, his skin began dripping. Vetro ordered the costume workers to sew wires into Pinocchio's clothes. The wires forced his shoulders, elbows and knees into the shape of an ordinary boy. Pinocchio hated the wires. They pressed against the soft jelly beneath his clothes and left deep lines in his body. But when he looked in the mirror, he appeared almost human. Vetro entered the wagon while Pinocchio was adjusting his face. "An excellent performance tonight," he said. "Can I go home tomorrow? Tomorrow's audience is our largest yet." "You said that yesterday." "And I was correct. Tomorrow will be even larger." Pinocchio looked through the window. They were several days' journey from Geppetto's village. "Does my father know where I am?" "Certainly." "Did you tell him?" "I sent a letter." Pinocchio had never seen Vetro write one. "What did he say?" "That he was proud of your success." The words filled Pinocchio with relief. Then he noticed Vetro's silver cane resting beside the door. A small key hung beneath the glass eye. It was the key to Pinocchio's box. "If he is proud, why hasn't he come to see me?" "Perhaps he is busy." "Geppetto is never too busy." Vetro's expression hardened. "You should be grateful. Before I found you, children laughed at what you were. I made them admire you. You made them watch me get crushed. And they paid very well." Pinocchio looked at the glass box. "I want to leave." "You are under contract." "I never signed anything." Vetro smiled. "You said your father gave you permission. Were you lying?" Pinocchio felt the jelly in his chest tighten. Vetro already knew the answer. "If you admit it," Vetro continued, "I will take you back to Geppetto. He will learn that you abandoned him. He will learn that you preferred strangers applauding to the man who created you." Pinocchio lowered his eyes. "Or," Vetro said, "you can continue being the boy who cannot break." He left the wagon. Pinocchio stared at the silver key. That night the theater performed inside an abandoned palace. The audience wore jewels and masks. Hundreds of candles surrounded the stage. For the final act, Vetro placed Pinocchio beneath a mechanical press. The machine had once been used to flatten metal. Vetro turned a wheel, lowering an iron plate toward Pinocchio's head. The audience leaned forward. The plate pressed against Pinocchio. His body compressed. His shoulders spread. The wires inside his clothes bent, cutting channels through his jelly. Pinocchio felt no pain in the way an ordinary boy would, but he felt himself becoming less recognizable. The iron plate continued downward. His face flattened. His eyes drifted apart. For the first time, Pinocchio wondered if his scattered parts would fail to remember how to become a boy again. The press reached the bottom. Vetro raised the plate. Pinocchio lay across the stage in a thin golden circle. The audience waited. He tried to rise. Nothing happened. Vetro's smile faltered. Pinocchio searched for the memory of his hands. He found one. A small amber finger emerged. Then a second. Slowly, painfully, Pinocchio gathered himself. When he finally stood, his face was incomplete. He had forgotten to form one ear, and his mouth remained crooked. The audience cheered anyway. Afterward, a reporter approached him. "Pinocchio, is there anything in this world that can hurt you?" Pinocchio looked toward the nearest candle. Its heat had already begun melting his hand. He hid the dripping fingers behind his back. "Nothing can hurt me," he said. He had already used those words as his third lie. Repeating them did not create a new number, but the old damage seemed to deepen. His body sagged inside the wires. Vetro answered the remaining questions for him. That night, Pinocchio understood the truth. He was not the boy who could not break. He was a boy breaking so slowly that no one in the audience could see it. Chapter 5. The Golden Cave. Far away, Geppetto searched for his son. He closed the workshop, and placed a handwritten sign on the blue door. Looking for Piano Ciccio. Please leave information with the baker. He followed rumors from village to village. Some people had seen a glowing boy carried on a purple wagon. Others remembered a child who had been fired from a cannon. A farmer claimed he had found a golden hand beside the road, though it had melted before Geppetto arrived. Weeks passed. Geppetto sold his tools to pay for food and travel. He sold his coat. Finally, he sold the wooden horse he had been carving on the night Pinocchio was created. All the while, Pinocchio remained inside Vetro's theater. Vetro had learned exactly how much punishment the jelly body could endure. He also learned how to control it. He kept Pinocchio near heated lamps whenever the boy disobeyed. The warmth made Pinocchio too soft to run. At night, Vetro placed blocks of ice around the glass box. The cold stiffened Pinocchio's body until he could barely move. "You said the box was for my protection," Pinocchio told him. "It is." "Then leave it unlocked. Your judgment cannot be trusted." "And yours can." Vetro tapped the glass with his cane. "My judgment has made you famous. It has made me a prisoner." Vetro's eye moved toward the glowing number in Pinocchio's chest. "Perhaps, but prisoners are easier to preserve than sons who run away." Pinocchio lunged toward him. His face struck the glass and spread across it. Vetro laughed. "Careful, anger does not suit a soft face." After Vetro left, Pinocchio examined the lock. He could squeeze his fingers through the narrow gap around the glass door, but the keyhole was too far away. Then he remembered the silver cane. Vetro kept it beside his bed in the adjoining wagon. Pinocchio pressed his shoulder against the edge of the box. He forced his arm through the gap. The jelly compressed around the metal frame. His forearm narrowed to the width of a cord. He stretched toward the wagon door. His fingertips passed beneath it. The cane was several meters away. Pinocchio continued stretching. The amber jelly in his arm became so thin that the light inside it almost disappeared. At last, his fingers reached the cane. He pulled it toward the door. The silver key swung beneath the glass eye. Pinocchio wrapped 2 fingers around it. The door opened. Vetro stood on the other side. He had been watching. Pinocchio tried to withdraw his arm, but Vetro stepped on it. The jelly flattened beneath his boot. "Did you honestly believe I would leave the key where you could find it?" Pinocchio glared at him. Vetro lifted the cane. The false key disappeared into the handle. "The real key never leaves my coat." He opened the wagon and pulled Pinocchio's stretched arm through the doorway. "Now tell me," he said, "did you know where the key was?" Pinocchio did know. He had seen Vetro place the real key inside his coat before every performance. If he told the truth, Vetro would move it. Pinocchio looked at the locked box. "No," he said, "I didn't know." His fourth lie. The golden light inside his chest flashed violently. Body stability, 40%. The arm beneath Vetro's boot lost its structure. It became liquid. Pinocchio's fingers merged into a single trembling mass. His shoulder flowed through the narrow opening until half his body spilled outside the box. Vetro stepped back in disgust. Pinocchio used the opportunity. He pushed his liquid upper body beneath the wagon door, gathered himself on the other side, and reached inside Vetro's purple coat. He found the real key. Vetro grabbed him around the waist, but Pinocchio allowed his body to separate. His torso stretched free, while Vetro remained holding an empty shirt. Pinocchio unlocked the outer door and escaped into the night. The theater had camped beside a city built on canals. Pinocchio ran across a stone bridge. Vetro and 3 performers followed. His unstable legs made running nearly impossible. His feet widened with every step and stuck to the wet stones. "Stop him," Vetro shouted. "He belongs to me." People turned toward the glowing boy. Pinocchio reached the end of the bridge and found an iron gate blocking the street. There was no time to climb it. He threw himself against the bars. His body spread between them. His shoulders compressed, his skull narrowed, his ribs became a stream of jelly. For one terrible moment, his heart-like golden light remained trapped on the other side. Pinocchio pulled. The light passed through. He collapsed behind the gate. Vetro could not follow. "You have nowhere to go," the showman shouted. "Your father does not want you." Pinocchio looked back. "You don't know that. I found Geppetto weeks ago." Pinocchio froze. Vetro smiled through the bars. "He was ashamed of what you had become." "That isn't true. He said he wished he had made an ordinary wooden puppet." Pinocchio knew Vetro was lying. Geppetto would never say such a thing. But Pinocchio also remembered the weeks he had stayed away. He remembered choosing applause night after night. Perhaps Geppetto had changed. Perhaps love could dry up just as easily as jelly could melt. Vetro reached through the bars. "Come back, the audience still loves you." Pinocchio forced himself upright. "I never cared about Geppetto," he said. "I don't need him." His fifth lie. Body stability, 25%. The magic struck him like a hammer. His legs collapsed. His jaw softened and pulled away from the rest of his face. One eye sank into his cheek. His chest opened, revealing the glowing number surrounded by swirling amber liquid. Pinocchio fell toward the canal. He caught the edge with one hand. Vetro reached for him. Pinocchio looked at the dark water. Geppetto had warned him that deep water could dilute his body. But returning to Vetro meant remaining in the glass box forever. Pinocchio let go. He struck the canal and disappeared. Chapter 6. The River of Lost Shapes. Cold water entered every part of Pinocchio's body. He could not tell where the canal ended and he began. His arms drifted away from his chest. His face stretched beneath the current. The magical light inside him became weak and distant. Pinocchio tried to swim. He had no lungs, but panic still convinced him that he was drowning. He remembered Geppetto's voice. "Truth will hold you together." Pinocchio tried to think of something true. "My name is Pinocchio." The current pulled him beneath a bridge. "Geppetto is my father." His left hand returned to shape. "I left him." His chest tightened around the golden light. "I wanted strangers to admire me." His head began forming. "I miss him." Pinocchio reached the canal wall. His fingers spread across the wet stone, searching for anything they could hold. He found an iron ring and pulled himself out of the water. He lay beneath the bridge until dawn. Rainwater dripped through the cracks above him. His amber body had become almost colorless. Small pieces of dirt and leaves were suspended inside his arms. His clothes hung around him like fabric draped across a puddle. A group of homeless children found him. At first, they thought someone had spilled honey beneath the bridge. Then Pinocchio opened one eye. A girl screamed. An older boy raised a stick. "Don't hit me," Pinocchio said. The words emerged as a wet whisper. The children watched him gather his face. "What are you?" the girl asked. Pinocchio almost answered, "A real boy." The lie waited behind his teeth. He could feel it. Instead, he said, "I don't know anymore." Nothing happened. The children helped him into an abandoned cellar. They placed him inside an empty barrel to prevent him from spreading across the floor. A boy named Luca gave him a coat, though Pinocchio could not keep his arms inside its sleeves. For 3 days, Pinocchio rested. His stability remained at 25%. He could stand only if he leaned against a wall. His face changed every few minutes. When he slept, the children drew a circle around him with chalk so they could gather any part of him that drifted away. Luca had seen Vetro's posters. "You're the unbreakable boy," he said. "No. You look like him." "I was him." "What happened?" Pinocchio watched his own fingers merge together. "I broke." Luca sat beside the barrel. "My father used to say people only break when they are hard." He was wrong. Probably, he was wrong about most things. The children had survived by stealing bread and coins from travelers. They offered to teach Pinocchio. "If you can stretch under doors, we could become rich," Luca said. "I already allowed someone to use me because I wanted to be admired. This would be different." "How?" "We wouldn't admire you." Pinocchio laughed despite himself. For several days, he traveled with them. He used his flexible body to retrieve blankets from locked buildings and food from narrow cellar windows. He refused to steal money, but hunger slowly changed the meaning of his promises. One evening, Luca asked where Pinocchio was going. "Home." "Where is that?" Pinocchio pointed east. "How far?" "I don't know." "Does your family know you're coming?" Pinocchio looked at the road. "No." "Do they want you back?" Pinocchio remembered Vetro's words. He was ashamed of what you had become. "I don't know." Luca tore a loaf of bread in half. "Then stay with us." Pinocchio wanted to. The children did not laugh at his body. They did not force him to perform. They cared only that he could help them survive. But every night, he dreamed of the second bowl on Geppetto's table. He dreamed of the workshop's blue door. "I have to know if he is still waiting," Pinocchio said. Luca gave him the remaining half of the bread. "You cannot eat." "No." "Then why take it?" "For my father." Luca looked at the dirty, rain-soaked loaf. "If he eats that, he may stop wanting you." Pinocchio smiled. "Then I'll know Vetro was telling the truth." The next morning, the children placed Pinocchio inside a wooden cart. Walking was too difficult at 25% stability, so they pulled him to the road beyond the city. Before they left, the girl who had first found him gave Pinocchio a small glass bottle. "If you melt," she said, "put yourself in this." Pinocchio examined the bottle. "I don't think all of me will fit." "You fit under doors." "That is true." She hugged him carefully. Her arms sank into the jelly around his shoulders. Pinocchio returned the embrace. For the first time since leaving Geppetto, someone had touched him without curiosity, fear, or greed. He followed the road east. Chapter 7. Geppetto's Search. While Pinocchio traveled home, Geppetto continued moving farther away. He had followed the theater's trail to the city of canals, only 2 days after Pinocchio escaped. Vetro told him the boy had been destroyed. "He fell into the water," Vetro said. "There was nothing I could do." Geppetto saw the glass box inside the wagon. He saw the heated lamps and blocks of ice. He understood enough. "You kept him in there." "For his safety." "You used him." "I made him famous." Geppetto struck Vetro across the face. The showman's performers dragged the old man into the street. Vetro adjusted his coat. "Your son chose the audience over you." "He is a child." "He is a substance pretending to be one." Geppetto lunged again. This time, Vetro raised his silver cane. The glass eye struck Geppetto above his temple. He fell. "Return to your wooden toys," Vetro said. "They are easier to love because they cannot disappoint you." Geppetto remained in the city after the theater left. He searched the canals. He lowered buckets into the water, hoping to find even a small amount of glowing amber jelly. He questioned boatmen, fishermen, and children sleeping beneath bridges. At last, Luca found him. "You're the old toy maker," the boy said. Geppetto stood so quickly that his chair overturned. "Have you seen Pinocchio?" Luca nodded. "Is he alive?" "He was when he left." Geppetto closed his eyes. His knees weakened with relief. "Where did he go?" "Home." The answer nearly broke him. Geppetto had been traveling away from the workshop, while Pinocchio was traveling toward it. He thanked Luca and began the return journey. He had no money left for a carriage. He walked. His old shoes split after 2 days. Rain soaked his clothing. The wound above his temple became infected, but he continued. Every mile carried the same thought. Pinocchio was trying to come home. Geppetto remembered the warning. 7 lies. He did not know how many the boy had told. He did not know what shape Pinocchio would be in when he found him. But whether he found a child or a single drop of golden jelly, Geppetto intended to bring his son home. Chapter 8. The 6th Lie. Pinocchio reached the village during a storm. Rain fell so heavily that the road disappeared beneath running water. Every drop weakened him. His body was no longer golden. It had become pale and nearly transparent. The glowing number inside his chest was the only part of him still clearly visible. Body stability, 25%. He pulled himself along the road using both arms. His legs had lost their shape several miles earlier. They trailed behind him in a long amber stream, collecting mud and grass. When the workshop appeared through the rain, Pinocchio began to cry. His tears were indistinguishable from the water passing through his face. The blue door was closed. A weathered sign hung above it. "Looking for Piano Ciccio." Pinocchio touched the words. Geppetto had searched for him. Vetro had lied. Pinocchio tried to open the door, but it was locked. He flattened himself against the threshold and passed beneath it. The workshop was dark. Dust covered the workbench. The shelves were nearly empty because Geppetto had sold most of the toys. Pinocchio found one bowl on the table. Beside it was the second bowl, upside down but never returned to the cupboard. Pinocchio placed his trembling hand on it. "Father," he whispered. The baker entered after seeing light beneath the door. When she recognized Pinocchio, she covered her mouth. "Where is Geppetto?" he asked. "He went looking for you." "Which way?" "No one knows. He has been gone for weeks." Pinocchio's body sagged. The baker wrapped him in a blanket and placed him inside a large basin. She tried to give him warm water, but the heat made his skin soften further. For 2 days, Pinocchio waited in the workshop. He repaired small toys to pass the time, though he could no longer hold Geppetto's tools properly. He pushed nails into wood by wrapping his entire hand around them. On the 3rd evening, someone knocked at the door. Pinocchio froze. The door opened. Geppetto stood in the rain. His beard was longer. His clothing was torn. A dark bruise covered one side of his face. For several seconds, neither of them moved. Geppetto saw the basin. He saw the nearly shapeless substance inside it. Then he saw Pinocchio's eyes. "My son," he said. Pinocchio tried to rise. His body spilled over the basin's edge. Geppetto crossed the room and caught him in both arms. Pinocchio could not hold the shape of a boy, so Geppetto held whatever shape remained. "I'm sorry," Pinocchio said. "You came home. I thought you didn't want me. I never stopped looking. Vetro said you were ashamed." Vetro lies because he has forgotten his own shape. Pinocchio pressed his face against Geppetto's chest. For a moment he was safe. Then Geppetto asked the question Pinocchio feared. Why did you leave? The truth was simple. Pinocchio had wanted to be admired. He had known Geppetto would worry. He had chosen to stay anyway. He had returned only after Vetro's theater became a prison. Pinocchio looked at the bruises on his father's face. If he told the truth, Geppetto would know that every wound, every lost tool, and every mile of his journey had resulted from Pinocchio's selfish choice. The final lie formed inside him. He could blame Vetro. He could become a victim rather than a disobedient son. Vetro kidnapped me, Pinocchio said. I tried to come home, but he wouldn't let me. His sixth lie. The magic inside him screamed. Body stability, 10%. Pinocchio's chest opened. The light fell downward. His face slid from Geppetto's shoulder. His arms dissolved, running between Geppetto's fingers. His body poured across the floor in a trembling amber pool. Geppetto dropped to his knees. Pinocchio. Two eyes formed briefly in the liquid. Then one disappeared. Geppetto gathered the jelly with both hands and returned it to the basin. He did not accuse Pinocchio. He did not demand the truth. He simply sat beside him. Does it hurt? Geppetto asked. I don't know where I am. You are here. I can't feel my hands. I'm holding them. I don't have hands. Then I'm holding whatever you have. Pinocchio tried to form a face. It collapsed. Do you still want me? Geppetto leaned over the basin. I did not spend my life searching for a particular shape. Then what were you searching for? The voice that called me father. Pinocchio began to cry. Small waves moved through the basin. He wanted to confess. But before he could speak, a carriage stopped outside. A silver cane struck the blue door. Chapter 9. Signor Vetro returns. Vetro entered with 4 men from his theater. His purple coat was torn from weeks of traveling, but the glass eye on his cane remained polished. He looked into the basin. So this is what remains of my star. Geppetto stood between him and Pinocchio. Leave. Vetro removed a folded document from his coat. The boy belongs to my theater. He belongs to no one. His performances earned me a fortune. His escape cost me twice as much. You put a child in a cage. I preserved a miracle. You destroyed him. Vetro looked at the glowing 10% inside the basin. No, his lies did that. Pinocchio's liquid body trembled. Vetro had always known. He had watched each number appear and used Pinocchio's fear to control him. Geppetto reached for a carving knife. Vetro's men overturned the workbench. They searched the cupboards, broke open drawers, and pulled wooden panels from the walls. What are you looking for? Geppetto demanded. The formula. There is no formula. Vetro lifted the empty glass jar from the shelf. You created living matter. Do not insult me by pretending it was an accident. The substance was given to me. By whom? I don't know her name. Vetro struck Geppetto with the cane. The old man fell against the table. Pinocchio tried to rise from the basin, but his body could not maintain an arm. Vetro placed the empty jar beneath Geppetto's face. Tell me how to create another boy. I can't. You mean you won't? Vetro turned toward Pinocchio. Perhaps fire will help him remember. He lifted the oil lamp from the wall. Geppetto's eyes widened. You'll burn the entire workshop. Then speak quickly. Pinocchio saw the flame. Even from across the room, its heat moved through him. The edges of his liquid body began to bubble. Geppetto lunged. Vetro stepped aside. The lamp slipped from his hand. It struck the floor. Oil spread beneath the workbench. Flames raced across the wood. For a moment, everyone stared. Then smoke filled the room. Vetro's men ran. Vetro grabbed the empty jar and followed them through the blue door. Geppetto lifted the basin containing Pinocchio. A burning shelf collapsed between him and the exit. The impact threw Pinocchio across the floor. His body splashed beneath the table. "Pinocchio, I'm here." Geppetto tried to reach him, but a second beam fell from the ceiling. The fire separated them. Pinocchio gathered himself away from the flames. Each wave of heat removed more of his body. The glowing number flickered. Body stability, 8%. Then 7. Then 6. This loss was not caused by a lie. The fire was physically destroying the magical substance itself. Geppetto pushed against the burning beam. It did not move. "Go," he shouted. Pinocchio found a narrow crack beneath the rear wall. At his current shape, he could escape easily. He could flow beneath it and reach the street. Geppetto could not. Outside, villagers formed a line carrying buckets of water. Vetro stood beyond them, clutching the empty jar. Pinocchio dragged himself toward the crack. Then he heard Geppetto coughing. "Father." "I'm all right," Geppetto answered. Pinocchio knew it was a lie. But ordinary, human lies did not change the body in ways anyone could see. Perhaps they did their damage somewhere deeper. Pinocchio reached the crack. Cool night air touched the front of his body. He could leave. Behind him, Geppetto collapsed. Vetro shouted through the broken window. "Tell me where the remaining substance is." Pinocchio looked toward him. "There is no more." Vetro pointed at the basin. "There must be." Geppetto would never risk everything on a single experiment. Pinocchio understood what Vetro wanted. If Pinocchio told one final lie, if he claimed that more magical jelly was hidden somewhere far away, Vetro might leave. The seventh lie would erase Pinocchio. But perhaps it would save Geppetto from the showman. Pinocchio prepared to speak. The golden number inside him pulsed. 6%. One more lie. One last false shape. Then he remembered the old woman's warning. Truth will hold him together. Lies will make him lose himself. Pinocchio had believed the warning concerned words. Now he understood that every lie had been an attempt to create a different version of himself. A crystal boy. An obedient son. A fearless performer. A child who did not miss his father. A victim who had never made the wrong choice. Each lie had forced the magic to hold a shape that did not exist. That was why his body was disappearing. Pinocchio turned away from the crack. He moved toward the flames. Chapter 10. The Last Truth. Pinocchio gathered what remained of his face. "Father," he called. Geppetto opened his eyes. Pinocchio stopped beside the burning beam. "I have to tell you something." "Tell me outside." "There may not be time." "There is always time for the truth." Pinocchio felt the flames taking more of him. "I wasn't kidnapped." Geppetto said nothing. "I went with Vetro because people applauded me." The number inside Pinocchio's chest stopped falling. "I knew you would tell me to come home, so I said you had given me permission." His body glowed. The pieces scattered across the floor began sliding toward him. "I told everyone I wasn't afraid, but I was terrified every time they dropped me." A hand emerged from the liquid. "I knew where the key was." His arm formed. "I cared about you every day." His amber color returned. "And when you asked why I left, I blamed Vetro because I thought you would stop loving me if you knew what I had done." The number changed. Truth recognized. Body stability, 30%. Pinocchio rose. His body was incomplete, but it had the shape of a boy again. Geppetto smiled through the smoke. "Come here. I'm sorry. I know. You should be angry." "I am." Pinocchio stared at him. Geppetto coughed and laughed at the boy's expression. "Love and anger can exist in the same heart," he said. "That is one of the things that makes it real." The roof groaned above them. Pinocchio examined the beam trapping Geppetto. He could not lift it, but he did not need to. A hard body could not pass beneath it. A soft one could. Pinocchio pressed himself against the floor. He flattened his chest and flowed beneath the burning beam. The heat was unbearable. Smoke and ash became trapped inside his jelly. The surface of his back began to boil. But he reached Geppetto. "Wrap your arms around me," Pinocchio said. "What are you doing?" "Something only I can do." Geppetto held him. Pinocchio stretched upward and around his father. His torso expanded across Geppetto's back. His arms became wide amber bands around the old man's chest. His body formed a protective layer between Geppetto and the fire. Then Pinocchio pulled. Because he had no bones, he could move beneath the smallest gap. But Geppetto still could not fit. Pinocchio softened the jelly beneath the beam and spread it around the wood, creating a slick surface. "Push," he shouted. Geppetto pushed with his feet. Pinocchio pulled with every part of his body. The beam scraped across them. Heat tore strips from Pinocchio's back. His stability fell again. 25%. 20. 15. They reached the other side. A section of the ceiling collapsed. Pinocchio threw himself over Geppetto. Burning boards struck his back. The impact flattened them both against the floor. Pinocchio absorbed the force. The jelly around Geppetto's shoulders boiled away. 10%. "Leave me," Geppetto said. "No. You can still escape." "So can you." Pinocchio stretched one arm beneath the front door. The door was blocked by fallen shelves. His arm passed through a narrow gap and reached the street. Villagers saw the golden hand emerge. They pulled. Pinocchio's arm stretched. His shoulder narrowed. He wrapped the rest of himself more tightly around Geppetto. "Pull harder," he shouted. The villagers pulled together. Pinocchio's body moved beneath the burning debris. Geppetto moved with him. The doorway tore at the jelly surrounding them. Pieces of Pinocchio remained behind, glowing among the flames. 5%. 4. 3. They reached the threshold. Vetro stepped forward. He still held the empty glass jar. Before the villagers could stop him, he pushed them aside and grabbed Pinocchio's arm. "You are still mine." Pinocchio looked at the jar. Vetro intended to collect whatever remained of him. "You could become famous again," Vetro whispered. "You could become anything people want." Pinocchio looked through his translucent hand at the showman's face. "That was the cage," he said. "What?" "Trying to become what everyone wanted." Pinocchio allowed his arm to melt. It slipped through Vetro's fingers. The villagers pulled Geppetto into the street. Pinocchio came with him. Behind them, the workshop collapsed. A wave of heat rushed through the doorway. The final pieces of Pinocchio's body lost their shape. He spilled across Geppetto's chest. The glowing number appeared one last time. Body stability, 1%. Then the words vanished. Only a small pool of amber jelly remained in Geppetto's arms. Vetro pushed toward it with the jar. The baker struck him with a wooden bucket. Other villagers seized him. The empty jar fell onto the road and shattered. Vetro screamed as the villagers dragged him away. Geppetto did not notice. He held the warm amber substance against his heart. Pinocchio. The jelly did not move. Geppetto lowered his face. You told the truth, he whispered. You came back for me. You did everything you needed to do. No eyes appeared. No voice answered. Rain began falling. The villagers tried to cover them, but Geppetto refused to move. The rain passed through the amber jelly. Its light became weaker. You never needed to become human, Geppetto said. You never needed bones or skin. You never needed to be unbreakable. His tears fell into the liquid. You were my son the moment you asked if I was your father. The remaining light flickered once. Then it disappeared. Chapter 11. The Woman in the Rain. The old woman arrived shortly before dawn. No one saw her enter the village. One moment, Geppetto sat alone beside the ruins of his workshop. The next, the woman stood across from him in the rain. Her gray cloak was dry. Geppetto recognized her immediately. You gave me something that could die, he said. The woman looked at the amber liquid in his arms. I gave you something that could live. What is the difference now? One can be preserved forever. The other can choose what it is willing to lose. Geppetto's grief became anger. He told the truth. You said truth would hold him together. I said truth would hold the boy together. I did not say it would preserve the jelly. Geppetto looked down. I don't understand. Pinocchio believed his body was his identity. Every time someone rejected that body, he invented a new identity to please them. The woman knelt. The lies did not punish him. They revealed the division inside him. His heart moved in one direction while his words tried to force his body in another. He understood that in the end. Yes. And it killed him. No. The woman touched the motionless jelly. It emptied the shape that was never meant to last. Amber light appeared beneath her finger. Geppetto stopped breathing. The substance moved. Not outward, as it had when Pinocchio stretched. It moved inward. The liquid gathered into a small sphere. The sphere tightened, growing brighter until it resembled a miniature sun in Geppetto's palms. Geppetto felt a pulse. Then another. A heartbeat. The light expanded. Bones formed first. Geppetto saw them as pale shadows inside the amber glow. A rib cage grew around the light, arms and legs extended. Muscle covered the bones, followed by skin. The amber jelly became blood. The glow became warmth. Geppetto found himself holding a human boy. Pinocchio's hair was dark auburn, just as it had appeared beneath the surface of his jelly head. His eyes were closed. His skin was warm and solid. Geppetto placed a hand on the boy's chest. A heart beat beneath it. Pinocchio opened his eyes. Father! Geppetto pulled him into an embrace. Pinocchio gasped. You are squeezing me. Geppetto immediately let go. Then both of them began to laugh. Pinocchio looked at his hands. He turned them toward the rising sun. Light no longer passed through them. He pressed one finger into his palm. The skin moved slightly, then returned to shape. I'm solid. You are. Can I still stretch? I hope not. Pinocchio tried. Nothing happened. He touched his nose. It remained the same length. What happens if I lie now? Geppetto's smile faded. The old woman answered. Exactly what happens to everyone else. Pinocchio looked at her. What is that? No number will appear inside your chest. Your hands will not melt. Your face will not lose its shape. That sounds easier. It is more difficult. Why? Because no magical warning will show you what the lie is doing. You will have to recognize the damage yourself. Pinocchio considered this. Can truth still repair it? Sometimes. Only sometimes. Truth is not a spell. It cannot always return what deception has taken, but it can prevent you from becoming someone who no longer remembers what was lost. Pinocchio looked at the ruins. I destroyed Father's workshop. You saved my life, Geppetto said. I also caused the fire to reach us. Vetro caused the fire, but he followed me here. Geppetto placed a hand on Pinocchio's shoulder. You are responsible for the choices you made. You are not responsible for every evil choice someone else made afterward. Pinocchio looked toward Vetro, who sat bound outside the village jail. The showman's purple coat was blackened by smoke. Without the silver cane and theater lights, he appeared small. Will he be punished? Yes. Will that repair what he did? No. Then what will? Geppetto looked at the destroyed workshop. We will. The old woman began walking away. Pinocchio followed her for several steps. Wait. She stopped. Why did you give Geppetto the jelly? Because he fed a stranger when he had barely enough food for himself. No, why did you give him something with such dangerous rules? The woman looked toward the sunrise. Wood begins with a fixed shape. A carpenter removes pieces until the figure inside is revealed. Your body worked differently. It began without a shape, so you had to discover which parts of yourself were true. Did you know I would lie? Every child lies. Did you know I would survive? No. Pinocchio stared at her. You risked my life without knowing. I gave Geppetto a possibility. He gave you love. You made the remaining choices. That doesn't sound fair. Life rarely begins with permission. The answer annoyed Pinocchio. The old woman smiled. That is a very human expression. She continued down the road. Pinocchio watched until the morning mist hid her from view. Then he returned to Geppetto. For the first time, his footsteps did not wobble. Chapter 12. Learning to be breakable. Being human was not as easy as Pinocchio expected. On his first morning, he accidentally struck his knee against a chair. Pain shot through his leg. He shouted so loudly that Geppetto dropped a hammer. What happened? The chair attacked me. Geppetto examined the knee. You have a bruise. Is it fatal? No. Are you certain? Fairly certain. Pinocchio spent the next hour studying the purple mark. As jelly, he had survived falls from towers. As a human, a piece of furniture could hurt him. He also discovered hunger. The first time his stomach growled, Pinocchio believed a creature had entered his body. Geppetto gave him bread and soup. Pinocchio tried to swallow too quickly and began coughing. Why is eating so dangerous? He asked. It is less dangerous when you chew. Sleeping was different as well. Pinocchio could no longer flatten beneath the bed. He could not reshape the mattress around himself. His bones pressed against unfamiliar places, and every position became uncomfortable after several minutes. But he loved his heartbeat. At night, he placed one hand against his chest and listened. The steady rhythm reminded him that his shape now came from within. The village helped rebuild the workshop. The baker donated wood. The schoolteacher brought new windows. Luca and the children from the canal city arrived several weeks later after hearing what had happened. Luca stared at Pinocchio's human body. You look ordinary. Pinocchio smiled. Thank you. It wasn't a compliment. Then I withdraw my gratitude. The children stayed with Geppetto while the village found homes and work for them. Pinocchio shared his room with Luca, who snored loudly and stole every blanket. One night, Luca asked whether Pinocchio missed his old body. Sometimes. What do you miss? Falling without fear. That sounds useful. It was, but when nothing could break me, I kept allowing people to hurt me. Luca turned toward him. That does not make sense. I thought surviving something meant it wasn't harmful. And now, Pinocchio touched the faint scar on his chest, where the golden stability number had once appeared. Now I think some things break you without leaving pieces on the floor. Pinocchio returned to school. The children gathered around him, just as they had on his first day. Marco approached. Is it true you used to be jelly? Yes. Can you prove it? No. Then maybe you invented the whole story. Pinocchio felt an old instinct. He wanted to describe impossible performances. He wanted to claim he had defeated Vetro alone and saved the village without fear. Instead, he said, I was afraid almost every day. Marco appeared disappointed. That is not much of a story. It is the true one. During the lesson, the teacher asked Pinocchio why he had missed so much school. I joined a theater without permission, he answered. Several children laughed. Pinocchio's cheeks became warm. This time they did not glow. He could have hidden his embarrassment. He could have changed the story. No number appeared to stop him. That was when Pinocchio understood the old woman's final warning. Being truthful was easier when magic punished every lie. Being truthful when nothing visible forced him to do it, that was the real test. After class, Marco stopped him. Does your nose still grow when you lie? No. How do you know when you're lying then? Pinocchio thought for a moment. Usually, I feel myself trying to become someone else. Marco frowned. That sounds strange. It is. Are you sure you're a real boy? Pinocchio smiled. No. Marco waited for the rest of the answer. Pinocchio looked at his solid hands. But I'm real enough to find out. Chapter 13. The Trial of Signor Vitro. Vetro's trial took place in the largest building in the village. People arrived from every town where his theater had performed. Former workers described the locked wagons, dangerous equipment and punishments hidden behind the stage curtains. Vetro denied everything. He claimed Pinocchio had joined willingly. He claimed the glass box had been a comfortable bedroom. He claimed the heated lamps were necessary for the boy's health. Finally, he claimed Geppetto had sold Pinocchio to him. The villagers turned toward the toy maker. Geppetto remained silent. Pinocchio sat beside him. Vetro's lawyer placed a paper on the table. It contained a contract marked with what appeared to be Geppetto's signature. Pinocchio recognized the handwriting. It was Vetro's. The showman had practiced copying Geppetto's name after finding it on one of the letters Pinocchio carried from school. The judge examined the contract. Pinocchio, he said, did your father give you permission to join the theater? The room became silent. Pinocchio looked at Geppetto. This was the question that had begun everything. If Pinocchio said yes, Vetro might escape punishment. If he said no, he would have to admit his first deception in front of the entire village. Pinocchio stood. No, he said, my father did not give me permission. Vetro smiled. So you admit that you lied? Yes. And you entered my theater willingly? Yes. Murmurs moved through the room. Vetro spread his hands. There the boy has confessed. Pinocchio continued. I joined willingly, but I did not agree to be locked inside a box. I did not agree to be threatened with fire or ice. I did not agree to be kept from my father. You could have left at any time. I tried. You returned to the stage every night. Because you convinced me that being admired was the same as being loved. Vetro leaned toward him. And whose fault was it that you believed me? Pinocchio felt Geppetto's hand tighten around his. My choices were mine, he said. What you did with them was yours. Vetro's smile disappeared. Pinocchio told the court everything. He described each performance. He described the wires inside his clothing. He described the glass box and the false key. Most painfully, he described all 6 lies. When he finished, no glowing number appeared. His body did not change, but he felt more solid than he had at any point since becoming human. The judge found Vetro guilty of imprisonment, fraud, assault, and destruction of property. His theater was dismantled. The money he had earned from Pinocchio's performances was given to the families and performers he had harmed. Vetro was led from the room. As he passed Pinocchio, he whispered, "People will forget you now." Pinocchio looked at the villagers surrounding Geppetto. Some will. You will never hear an audience shout your name again. Pinocchio thought about the thunderous applause after the fall from the tower. Then he thought about Geppetto recognizing his eyes inside a basin of nearly shapeless jelly. I can live with that. For the first time, Vetro had no answer. Chapter 14. The New Workshop. Geppetto rebuilt the workshop with a larger table. He said it was for bigger projects. Pinocchio knew it was because Geppetto expected more people to sit beside him. Luca became an apprentice. He was terrible at carving, but excellent at repairing mechanical toys. The other children helped paint birds, horses, and miniature theaters. Pinocchio learned slowly. When he had been made of jelly, his hands could wrap around any tool. Human fingers required practice. He cut himself often. Each time, Geppetto cleaned the wound and wrapped it with cloth. Pinocchio disliked pain, but he valued the small scars that remained. They proved that healing did not require returning to exactly the same shape as before. Above the new blue door, Pinocchio placed another glass jar. It was not the original. Vetro had broken that one. This jar was ordinary and empty. Visitors often asked what it contained. Nothing, Pinocchio answered. Then why display it? To remember that an empty shape can be filled with almost anything. Some visitors understood. Most did not. Years passed. Pinocchio grew taller. His human face changed gradually rather than sliding from one expression to another. His hands became rough from working beside Geppetto. His dark hair grew long enough to fall across his forehead. He never forgot what it felt like to be transparent. Whenever he was tempted to lie, he imagined the words appearing inside his chest. Body stability. There was no longer a number. Sometimes he wished there were. Numbers were simple. They told him exactly how much danger remained. Human hearts did not come with percentages. A friendship could appear stable while secretly collapsing. Trust could be damaged long before anyone admitted it. A person could tell the truth and still use it cruelly. Pinocchio learned that honesty required more than accurate words. One winter afternoon, Geppetto's hands began shaking. He dropped a carving knife. Pinocchio picked it up. "You should rest." "I'm fine." Pinocchio recognized the lie. It was the same kind Geppetto had told inside the burning workshop. Pinocchio did not accuse him. Instead, he placed the knife out of reach and made tea. Geppetto watched him. "You know," the old man said, "when you were first born, I thought I would teach you how to become a person." "Did you?" "No, I mostly taught you how to hold a spoon." "That was useful." "You taught me something more difficult." "What?" "That loving someone does not mean controlling the shape their life takes." Pinocchio sat opposite him. "Did you wish I had stayed in the workshop?" "Every day." "Would that have been better?" "For me, yes." And for me, Geppetto looked at the toys surrounding them. If you had never left, you would not have been hurt, but you also might have spent your entire life believing the world would reject you. It did reject me. Parts of it. It also tried to crush me with a metal press. A particularly unpleasant part. Pinocchio smiled. Geppetto reached across the table. I wish I could remove what happened to you. I don't. Geppetto looked surprised. I wish it had happened differently, Pinocchio explained. But if you removed every bad thing, you would also remove the choices I made afterward. You would still be my son. Yes, but I might not know why. Geppetto squeezed his hand. Outside, snow covered the village. It was the same kind of night on which the old woman had first knocked at the blue door. Pinocchio placed 2 bowls of soup on the table. Then he added several more for Luca and the other apprentices. The workshop was no longer silent in the evening. Epilogue: The true shape of a boy. Many years later, people continued telling stories about Pinocchio. Some claimed he had once been made from wood. Others said his nose had grown whenever he lied. A few insisted that a blue light had transformed him into a real boy after he proved himself brave. Pinocchio rarely corrected them. Stories changed shape as they traveled. He understood that better than anyone. But whenever a child entered the workshop and asked whether the old tale was true, Pinocchio pointed toward the empty glass jar above the door. I was not made of wood, he would say. What were you made of? The child would ask. Something that could become almost anything. Was it magic? Yes. Could you really survive being crushed? For a while. Could you stretch your arms across a room? Yes. Did you melt when you lied? Pinocchio would pause. The outside of me did. The child would usually look confused. Pinocchio would kneel beside them. A lie is a shape you create for someone else to see. If you make too many, you may forget what you looked like before. Did you forget? Almost. How did you remember? My father recognized me when I could no longer recognize myself. The child would look toward the old man sitting near the fire. In time, Geppetto's hair became completely white. His hands could no longer carve, but he remained in the workshop, offering advice that no one always followed. Pinocchio eventually became its master craftsman. He made toys differently from Geppetto. He left small imperfections in every one. A horse with one ear slightly larger than the other. A painted soldier with mismatched boots. A bird whose mechanical song occasionally missed a note. Customers sometimes complained. Pinocchio refused to repair those imperfections unless they prevented the toy from working. Why leave mistakes? An apprentice once asked. Because perfection encourages people to love the shape instead of the thing inside it. The apprentice did not fully understand. Pinocchio knew that understanding would come later. On the final evening of Geppetto's life, Pinocchio sat beside his bed. The old man's breathing was weak. Pinocchio held his hand. I'm afraid, Geppetto admitted. Pinocchio's eyes filled with tears. So am I. I wish I could stay. So do I. I wish I could promise that everything will be all right. Pinocchio lowered his head. You don't have to. Geppetto looked toward the empty jar. Do you remember the first question you asked me? Pinocchio smiled through his tears. I asked if you were my father. And what did I say? You couldn't speak. I was overwhelmed. You nodded. I hope that was enough. It was. Geppetto closed his eyes. Pinocchio remained beside him until the old man's hand became still. Nothing magical happened. No amber light filled the room. No old woman appeared to offer another shape. Pinocchio grieved as ordinary humans grieve. Painfully, slowly, without a visible percentage telling him when the pain would end. But he did not lose himself. He carried Geppetto's kindness into every toy he made and every lonely child who entered the workshop. The second bowl remained on the table. Pinocchio never returned it to the cupboard. Years later, when Pinocchio himself had grown old, he found a glass jar waiting outside the blue door. It was filled with glowing amber jelly. There was no note, no explanation. Pinocchio carried it inside. For a long time, he considered what to do with it. He could create another child. He could attempt to restore his youth. He could preserve part of himself in a body that could survive almost anything. Instead, he placed the jar beside the empty one. The substance leaned toward him from behind the glass. "What do you want?" Pinocchio whispered. The jelly waited. Pinocchio thought about Geppetto. He thought about the theater, the burning workshop, and the shape of his father's arms around him. Then he understood. The magic did not grant wishes. It demanded that a person decide which desire was true. Pinocchio opened the jar. He carried it outside and poured the glowing substance into the earth beside the workshop. For several moments, nothing happened. Then a small golden plant emerged. Its stem was soft and translucent. Its leaves trembled like jelly whenever the wind moved through them. Pinocchio smiled. He did not force it into the shape of a person. He did not tell it what it was supposed to become. He simply watered it and waited. By spring, the plant had grown into a strange amber tree. Its branches bent without breaking. Its leaves glowed at night. Children gathered beneath it, pressing their hands against the soft trunk and laughing when it wobbled. Pinocchio placed a small sign beside the tree. It contained only one sentence: "You do not have to be unbreakable to be real." And that was the truth Pinocchio carried for the rest of his life. Wood can crack, jelly can melt, bones can break, hearts can change. No body keeps the same shape forever. But the person inside it is not defined by how perfectly they remain unchanged. They are defined by the truths they choose when changing would be easier. Pinocchio had spent the beginning of his life trying to become what others wanted to see. A crystal boy, a fearless performer, an unbreakable miracle, a perfect son. Every false shape had cost him part of himself. But in the fire, when almost nothing remained, he finally understood what Geppetto had known from the beginning. A real person is not someone who never falls apart. A real person is someone who can tell the truth about the pieces and still choose to put them back together. The end.